Am I live? I think I'm live. Hi. Oh my god, I look like such an idiot. I get this big smile. It's like, oh, I just look silly. But anyway, I'm live. Hello, everybody. I'm so glad you're here. I postponed this live because no one came last when I had it scheduled. So I decided to postpone it. But the bottom line is I need to get this information out, okay? So even if no one shows up during the live itself, the information's going to be there. You're going to hear some really personal things of mine, and as well as I'm going to do a basically an art lesson with you that will literally change your life. So welcome. Welcome. I am Audrey. You probably know me from my other channel, The Salty Psychic. I'm a psychic. I am. Okay. We're not going to really talk about, I don't know if that'll come into tonight's conversation, but if you're into true crime, and salty behavior from me, go to the other channel later after the live show tonight. So we got lots of going on over there, a lot going on the other channel. So right now, this channel's small, but you know what? This channel is so important to me because, as important as it is, in my opinion, to share with you true crime informations from the perspective of the victim who's been murdered. It's important that I share and help and hold your hand through life with some other things, day to day things, day to day challenges, because collectively, often small challenges feel very overwhelming and you can't move and you get stuck and you don't know where to go. You don't know what to do. Where's the first step? Hey, Michelle. Hi. Oh, Shelly's here. Hello. Hey, girls. So, hopefully we'll get a few people, but you know what? If it's Michelle and Shelly, that's what we are. Good for you. You'll get more attention from me. So I talked to Shelly earlier today. So, Shelly, you probably have your supplies ready. Oh, Marcia's here. Hi, Marcia. So, I'm going to give a little lecture and then we're going to do an art project. Okay. But again, this art project is going to, I swear, if you know me, you guys here know me. I'm not going to bullshit you, okay? This is for real. And I'm getting the chills. I'm going to cry already because I feel such a relief. It's an opportunity for me to share some insight and my true struggles that are from hell, basically. And I've accomplished everything I have accomplished. Is my life perfect? No. Life is a true journey. Okay. Life is a journey. And I know that sounds hippy dippy. And I really didn't realize that for a long time. But as I started getting older, it's like, oh no, shit's still going to happen to you. Stuff is still going to happen. So you better be prepared. Like your life's not over. You're not golden, because things happen. Things come up with your spouse, your kids, family, situations, economy, different things are always going to happen. So, all right. So we got Michelle from Rhode Island. Rhode Island. When Chase and I were in Vermont, we bought that house in Vermont. We saw Rhode Island license plates quite a bit. So, all right. So as you join in, you can catch up. But if you go out down into the description box, you can see the supplies I asked you to bring. And maybe you're like, Audrey, I can't do that and listen to you at the same time. I'll do the project after and I can rewatch you. But it's You better do it. I'm telling you right now, this is why. This is me holding your hand, okay? As I mentioned to Shelly, you know, we're older now. We still need our hands held. There's no shame in that at all. That's called life. That's called life being scary, life being uncertain, new experiences. Don't ever feel ashamed that you need help or support or community or hand holding. Okay? Don't ever let anyone tell you that there's something wrong with you if you need those things. And that's what this is today. I'm going to hold your hand through a discussion about myself, and then I'm going to show you the art lesson that we'll do together. It's going to be step by step, just like in preschool. So, get comfortable. Oh, hi, Drew. Hi, Drew. Drew is here from Scotland. Oh my gosh, that gives me the chills, Drew. It gives me the chills because I was in Scotland this time last year. Oh man. Well, not even this time last year. Um, yeah, like 5 months. I don't even know where I'm at. Few months ago, we were in Scotland. Anyway, so I'm gonna tell you about my life and some of the things that I have had to battle and suffer through. It's been my whole life, and that's why I have this book I'm writing because it's therapeutic for one, and for two, it's really bringing up some suppressed memories of stuff that I can work on and get rid of, and possibly um, feel better about some of it. My little Audrey, my child self, still needs me. She needs me, and that's okay. So, and that's another discussion, and that's maybe something we can talk about later. I have so many phobias and disorders. Um, I had anorexia for a long time. Obviously, I don't have that anymore. I have the opposite problem, which I'll tell you why I have the opposite problem. Um, I have agoraphobia, which is basically afraid to leave the house. Awful. And it wasn't even that I was afraid to leave the house, I couldn't leave my room, and I didn't have a bathroom in my room, and it was that pathetic and debilitating that I would open my bedroom door and look down the hall 10 feet, and it's like, I don't know if I can make it. I don't know if I can make it to the bathroom. I have no help there. This is not something I could ever discuss with my family. Ever. I have 0 emotional help or any help from my family growing up, and even, as an adult, because my mom says, "You just need to be strong." Well, you know what? It doesn't work that way, okay? That's another discussion about narcissistic family members, which we can talk about that too. Um, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't eat. I couldn't swallow. My anxiety was so bad, I couldn't swallow. I couldn't swallow my own spit, you guys. I ran around with a towel, spitting into the towel. I was abused at school by boys, against the lockers, up the shirts, up the shorts. I couldn't hardly drive. I would have panic attacks while driving. I couldn't stay in class. I was having, um panic attacks in class, and this was in the mid '80s, and no one gave a shit about about kids in the mid '80s. We were brats. We were, you know who we were. No one cared. No one cared. And it wasn't just me that was not being cared for. It's our generation. And plus, I was battling not only with anorexia, weighing 90 pounds, but the fact that I am a psychic and trying to understand that while my mental health is at the rock bottom. I struggled going to school, I struggled going to college, I couldn't go into the stores, and even when after I had Sarah and Benjamin, I was living in Santa Cruz, and, my ex-husband there wouldn't allow me to take antidepressants because he said he would have the kids taken from me if I go on antidepressants, and of course, I'm like, "Oh, okay," like, "Oh god, yeah, no, I can't do that, I can't do it." Eventually, I got to the point where I'm like, "Fuck you, no." I have my own set of friends. I have a lot of had a lot of friends there. And I started feeling more brave about telling them that I need some I need my antidepressants because I'm not living. This isn't life. This isn't living for me. And I eventually did. I was able to. Hi, Susanna. Yay! From Australia, where my husband's from. Chase is from Australia. Um, Eventually, after a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, literally, I got the job at the university and I got medical benefits and I was able to get help that way. And that was an awful struggle, but I did it. Um, and then I moved to San Jose for a long time. But even when I started working at my school that I worked at, I still had a lot of symptoms, even though um, I was on a good cocktail of medication. It was just one medication at the time. Hi, Freddie. Um, so, antidepressants don't fix you, but it's definitely a tool to get it started. I'm not here to push drugs. Trust me, I'm not. For me and a lot of people I know, including my daughter, it's a must. We just need it. Do I enjoy it? No, but I enjoy the benefits. I enjoy the fact that it's calmed down my central nervous system physiologically, not just in my mind, but my whole nervous system has healed from most of the trauma from being on the medication, going to therapy. I've been in therapy since I was 15, 16. Um, so I'm I'm very comfortable with therapy. And here's what I hate. I hate when you're trying to get help and someone's making you feel stupid. Hi, 78 cards. Glad you're here. Hi, guys. Um, I got fucking tired of being told what a loser I am. I can't keep a job. I can't stay in school. I can't drive all the time. I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't do anything. But I knew it was in here. The true Audrey was in here. I was tired of being sick. I was sick all the time. And even as a child, I was in the hospital for my asthma and, just neglect. And as we go through our younger years and we're neglected or or people say bad things to us, we believe it and we grow up with this set of ideals and understanding of what life is and who we are and um what the hell am I supposed to do? Oh, I can't talk to you unless you talk to me first. Oh, no, thank you. And when I worked in education, that was one thing that was my mission with the children. They have a right to be heard. I don't care what they wanna tell me. They can tell me whatever they want. You need to listen, and I know our generation, kinda started that trend of really babying our children, and now our Millennials are a little, they have some high expectations and entitlement issues. But there's a balance in there. There's a balance. And I'm tired of getting shit from the doctors, from bosses, employment people, friends, family, strangers at the stoplights. Why is everyone so negative? Why does no one want to help one another? Does anyone want to do their job? I don't understand. I don't understand. I want to be better. I want to be okay. I want to go do things. I was I don't know, 38, 39 when I'm having this sort of discovery of I haven't lived. I have 3 children. I don't want them to have a mother like this. I don't want my kids never being able to experience a good life because of my debilitating problems that I have. And I wanted it as much for them as I did myself. I am selfish. I want my life. God put me here. I want my life. I want to live my life. I want to walk down the street. I want to be able to get in the car and go where I need to go. One time, well, not one time, but when Sarah and Benjamin were little, we just got a Costco in Santa Cruz. And so I knew it was going to be difficult for me to go into Costco because I couldn't go into any stores. How am I going to go into Costco? My agoraphobia was so bad. I was sweating by the time I got to the front, getting a basket. They were both really little and, they could fit in the front little seats there. And as you come into Costco, you look down the aisle and it's like a mile long. It's like, I can't get down there. I can't. I can get to the first row right here, but then if I wanna buy it, I gotta go all the way down there to that side to pay. I can't do it. Can't do it. How awful is that? That's not living. That was awful, and I was like that on for a long time until around my 40s. So, those are some of the things I've struggled with. I wanna share with you how I got rid of all of that. Yes, I have little breakthrough symptoms here and there of anxiety or, yeah, I don't think I wanna go there today. My energy's off or, whatever. Um, but I'm gonna tell you what I did. I was working at school in Sunnyvale. I transferred to a San Jose campus, and I met, tons of new people, and I really liked our, preschool principal. She's 2 years older than me, and she was going through a divorce and miserable. She was absolutely in a really bad place, so we started hanging out, and, I didn't really tell people my anxiety 'cause it's embarrassing. It's humiliating, and you don't know what people are gonna think. It's not like I am now where I'm like, "Well, I'm a psychic, I'm this, I'm that, I do this." It's not the same person. But, around that time when I was turning 37, 38, 39, the law of attraction came, but this isn't about the law of attraction, ladies. But I wanted to change, and I was ready to change. And what I did do is I did start using the law of attraction, making, making these boards. And I'll show them to you in a minute. The thing, though, about having a vision board, although I accomplished everything on my vision boards, I don't like the name of it. It doesn't fit my need as a human being. It's too hippie. It's too spiritual. Not everyone's gonna say, "Oh, really? A vision board? Who are you? Are you in some cult, lady? What are you doing?" A lot of religious people don't want to hear about the law of attraction. Well, it's science, first of all. I remember giving my dad a calendar, a desk calendar for Christmas one year, and it was the law of attraction thing. And he's like, he's a cultist. He's like, "I'm not comfortable with this at all. I'm not even going to open it. I'm not going to open it." I'm like, "Oh, shit. Well, give it back to me. I'll take it. I'll use it." Um, and what I want to present and offer you today is even better than a vision board. I want to offer you, yeah, it's just manifesting, right? Yeah. I want to offer you something I think more relatable than a vision board, and I am calling it a passport. Today, I am issuing you your passport. I could open these. I was going to bring pictures on and show you pictures of my experiences. Now, remember, I have agoraphobia. Couldn't leave the room, couldn't do shit. I could barely go to work, you know. It's like, well, I got to support myself. I have to get a job. Um, I made my first vision board. I don't have the actual first one, but let me see. I have so many because everything has come true. You guys, everything comes true. I swear on my life. And I have the chills. I have spirits here. Everything. When I first started doing this, and what we're doing today is a little different. Get too excited. My first vision board, let's see if I can find one that's close. Okay. Here's one similar. This might have been my second vision board I did. Here's what it looks like. Flat stomach. I got that. I did get a flat stomach. I had a tummy tuck. I got the white sports car. I got the house. I started traveling, going to London. I went to France. I got money because I bought a house and rented it out. Um, what else is here? It says I'm happy. I have a second income, which I did. Um, okay, I'm not wealthy, but the money just flows in. It's the strangest thing. It's the strangest thing because when I made the first board, it's like, stop, this is just getting my hopes up. This is really getting my hopes up, you guys. But my friend and I decided we're going to do it. We're doing it. So we sat together at school one day after school. We made our vision boards. Um, and again, here we are. I went to the Louvre, which is, Paris, Versailles, went there. Second income for renting a house, continuing to go to England. And here I was wanting my relationships improved. All of these have come true, all of them. In fact, I was at the airport, I don't know how many years ago, but I was looking at my ticket, and it was British Airways, and it literally said on my British Airways ticket, "World Traveler." It said it literally said on the ticket, "World Traveler," and that is what I wrote on my board, "World Traveler," and it's like, this is nuts. But the thing I like about this is you don't have to do anything, you guys. You don't have to do anything. You have your board or your passport, you set it right there. Okay, you got one, put it over here, hang it on your wall. I made photocopies. I made photocopies in black and white, photocopies. I kept it in my purse, my desk at work, my glove compartment, my bedroom, everywhere, everywhere. And one by one, everything happened. I live in California. I was a single woman with 3 kids. I've bought 2 houses. Oh, how did I buy 2 houses by myself? How is that possible? Well, it's the science, and we'll continue to talk about that. But I want to stop here and get and explain to you why a passport is a better idea. Okay? Because all the readings I've done, I talk about this, tell people to do a vision board. And here's my Harry Potter kitty cat on the back. I love Harry Potter. And I would talk to people, mostly women, and they're like, well, gosh, well, I would love the tummy tuck I wouldn't mind just going to Tahoe or somewhere close. No, you got to go big. Go big or go home. Mm-mm. You can go to Tahoe anytime. You need to go to Tahiti. Okay. Make it a dream. If you could have anything, if you won the lottery, whatever it is, maybe you just want to be able to get out of bed in the morning without pain. Maybe you want your water bill to go down. It's anything. It can be small things, but it's big things too. But I find with women especially, the problem they have doing a vision board is they don't think they're worth it. They don't think it's gonna happen. Well, my husband's never go well, husband, partner. Too bad. You know what? The universe is more powerful and important than your husband or your partner. Um, People have a difficult time really, really asking. They're afraid to ask. It's like Christians who are too afraid to ask God or Jesus in prayer for some things that they want. And we know you can ask for anything, right? So I've decided, well, wait, let me show you something else. Let me just show you. My husband knows I have this. Okay, this is my purse. It's my little tiny purse. Let me open it. This is what I carry around. My passport. Oh, no, but wait. Oh, I'm prepared. I am prepared to land at Heathrow and get on the tube. I'm ready 24/7 because sometimes, honestly, you guys, I want to run. I want to run away. This is where I will run to. But not only does it remind me that I am in control of my life, I've done it and I can do it over and over again. And you guys, I have been to London 22 times since I was 40 and I'm 55. The money came, the opportunity came, someone to watch Jonathan, the the money to buy the tickets. How do I get them so cheap? I don't know. It's on my vision board, I guess. They just give me a good deal. I don't know. You know, I go by myself. Here's the thing. I want you guys to listen. And I want you to really, really understand. When I was 40 and I had started doing a vision board, I said, fuck it. You know what? No one's celebrating my birthday. All right. All right. Nobody. My family? Nobody. People at work? Yes. But family? No. Nothing. No cake, nothing. I thought, you know what? I'm out. I'm out. I booked a trip by myself to England by myself. I honestly kinda didn't understand what I was doing, but I knew I was going. I booked the trip to England on spring break, and then I'm looking at things, and it's like, "You know what? Paris is so close. Paris is so close. It's just across the channel. It's just, across the water there. It's not far at all going on the Eurostar." Drew probably knows what the Eurostar is. The Eurostar is that train that goes under the ocean. Oh, I have agoraphobia. I have claustrophobia. Terrified of water. Terrified of water and drowning. I booked that trip. I booked the day trip to Paris in that train going under the water. I was terrified, but you know what? I was more pissed off than I was terrified. I was more fucking tired of not living my life than I was terrified. My balance tipped. I was done. I'm done being afraid. I'm done. And I'm not going to wait for a partner, husband, whatever, to start my life traveling around the world. I'm not going to wait for that. If this is what God has given me, I'm doing it. I'm going. So I was terrified. I was terrified the whole time, but I didn't have any panic attacks. And you guys, whatever your London is, whatever your dream is, I can tell you, it just makes me cry as I'm flying in, landing at Heathrow in London, and I see a castle. I made it. I'm free. I'm free. And it's not just the travel that I'm talking about. You can have freedom with anything. Maybe you really, really want, a large TV for your family and you just can't afford it right now. Put it on your passport. It will come. How does it work? It's energy. Today, we are making a passport for each of you. You are going to make your own passport and you're going to look at it every day. And maybe this is my new passport. It's actually it's plastic. It's got a hard plastic piece in it. Look at this, ladies. Look, look, look. Look what I've done. Look what I've done. I have agoraphobia. I won. I won. I beat it. And as I went to Paris and I stood at the top of the fucking Eiffel Tower by myself, never again, never again, never again am I going to be afraid. Am I going to not treat myself and let myself live my damn life? It is well. That trip made me who I am today. Maybe your London and Paris experience are something entirely different. Maybe you want children. Anything can happen. How does it work? It's it's not magic. It's you guys, I wouldn't say any of this if I didn't 100% believe it and believe that you can have it too. I have done so many things since this, and so many times I'm in the moment going, "I can't fucking believe this. I can't believe this is happening right now. Oh my god." It's like I'm with celebrities and I'm, you know, out on a boat in London or San Francisco or wherever. Um, when I got home from that trip, I immediately booked another trip, this time with my daughter. Not with Benjamin because he wasn't living with me at the time. So, Sarah and I went not too long after. Um, I allowed myself freedom. I don't care anymore. I don't care what you think. I don't care that you think I'm selfish for, going on the trips. You know what? That's what I needed. That's what my sickness needed. My sickness needs to see it doesn't own me. I own me. Not my body owning me, my soul owns me. And I'll tell you, I if I hadn't gone start traveling overseas, I wouldn't know half the stuff about myself that I know just from traveling. But there's so much more. I got the sports car. I got the house. Houses. I had an opportunity to buy a house in France, which I did end up turning down only because I'm not fluent in French. I went ziplining on Catalina Island in California. Ziplining, 800 feet up, and I'm afraid of heights. I jumped off that cliff like no one's business, let me tell you, and I went 1,000 feet down, over 800 feet below me of trees below me. And I was terrified, and I said, "You know what, everyone? I'm probably gonna pee my pants, but I'm still gonna do it, so just FYI. If you see my pants wet, I'm going. I don't care. I'm going. I'll do anything now. I'm not afraid. Been all over." And this traveling experience is one thing, but what it has done has given me strength to do everything else in my life that I was too afraid to do before. And when I started experiencing all these things on all of my vision boards here, I got the money, I got this, the second income, my kids doing well, my daughter graduating, and working at Stanford and then Google and all her success and Johnny's health. And now I have Benjamin here. I have my Benny here. So you have to give yourself permission. So I want you to make a passport. I don't care if you have time or not, even if you have to watch this later. I'm making my passport right now and I'm going to share it with you as I do it. Okay. Because the wording, you need to pay attention to how you word your picture. Maybe you don't want any words next to your picture. That's fine. So I made a photocopy of one of my passports. I'm going to cut it out. So Oh, I'm gonna use just a file folder, as cardstock to make mine. So I kinda pre-measured where I need to cut right here. Yeah, exactly, Drew. You act as if it has already happened. Whatever it is. I already got the money. I already got the minivan. I already got the house. I got the body. I got the health. I have everything. I have my kitty cat. Cats. Cats were on my list because I'm a cat person. I really felt like I was going to die if I didn't have cats. I swear to God, I felt like I can't breathe anymore if I don't have any animals. I need cats. Well, guess what happened? One of my little one of my little preschool students came in, and you know how kids, I'm just going to cut my sizes here. You know how little kids like to talk. And he said, my mommy found a box of kittens today. And I'm like, what? And this is a 4-year old. I'm like, really? Really? He said, yeah, they were out in the front yard. Someone just left them. I'm like, how awful. And so I called his mom, and she goes, oh, yeah, I do have them. I have 4 left. And I said, "You know what? I'll take them all. I'll take all of them. I don't care. They need a home." Um, she goes, "Well, there's 4, but someone might take 1." I said, "That's fine. I'll take the 3, whatever. I don't care." And so, um, after school, she came and met me out in the parking lot, and she had just 2 left at that point. So those are the 2 that I have. 2 brothers. They're both in here with me right now. Um, that changed my life. I need to be around animals, especially cats. Cats are my creature. Okay, so now I have this. This is gonna be my passport. I'm gonna fold it in half. Ugh. Okay. And I made a photocopy of that, so I'm gonna cut that out. This passport is going to, yeah, Shelly, your dogs are cute. I have a dog now too. She's here. Um, I don't want you to look at this as a vision board, okay? This is your ticket. This is your ticket to freedom. This is your ticket to happiness. This is your ticket to you. You are approved. You are approved from this moment forward. And that's just how it's going to be. And if your family and friends don't like it, they can go. I don't care. You don't have to show anyone this thing, or you can show everybody your passport. Let's see if I can cut that right in half. Okay, so I have that. Ooh, pretty good, huh? Maybe I can make these and sell them. No, I'm just kidding. All right, that's cool. I need tape for that. I mean, sticky glue. Well, I'll tape it for now, but I think it really needs glue. And then you can keep this with you. You can keep it in your purse, wherever. Like I said, I made copies. I put them everywhere. I put one in my car, kind of like not on the dashboard, but near where like the vents are and stuff. In fact, my friend who did this with me, we did this together. She got everything she wanted to. She got a husband. She got a BMW sports car. She lives in Carmel in California, and she got a dog, and she has a grandchild now. And she married this guy. I think he's originally from Fresno. Hilarious. I'm like, "Who but you're so smart. I don't are you really? Are you sure you're from Fresno?" Um, this guy, is a PhD. What's his PhD? I don't know, but he's like an engineer and stuff. Um, so he was interested, because she talked about it and he had asked me about what we were doing and why were we so successful at it. And he ended up doing an actual lecture. I think he was in Colorado. He did a lecture. I think he's a scientist. But he took our first vision boards. We provided him with a lot of data, a lot of photos, including our vision boards, and how he kind of interviewed us and asked us, what did we do? How long did it take? And it's it's crazy. You know how I talk about if I see a ghost or something, if I see the ghost moving something, I'm like, "Oh god, that's terrifying." Um, but it's kind of the same feeling when something on your vision board comes true. It's like, "Oh my god, are you kidding me? Is this from what?" It's so interesting. All right, so I have my book. I'm gonna start cutting things out, and I'm gonna explain to you why I'm cutting out what I'm cutting out. So, my first one here. So, if you're not aware, I got married a few years ago. My husband's from Australia. That's that's crazy. I didn't think I'd meet somebody from Australia of all places. I never wanted to go to Australia. That wasn't on my list, but I have been. It's beautiful, and looking forward to going back at some point. It's a long way from California. Okay, so this is a camper van thing, RV, because Chase and I want to be able to, when we really retire, like in 10 years or something. Who knows? Maybe we'll retire sooner than that because of, things falling into place. But we want one of these camper RVs. I got to cut some of it off. It's too big. So I'm going to tape it on here. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It's not rocket science. Just stick it in there. If you have little pieces of fabric you want to decorate with or stickers, um, anything, just make it yours. Okay. So now what you do is I'm going to write next to it. I'm going to say, Chase and I own an RV for travel. RV for travel. So now we have that. So I do anticipate us getting an RV because now it's going to be here. It'll come. I'm telling you, it will come. Oh, interesting, Susanna. Interesting. That is a sign. Exactly, Shelley. I like that. A 5-star passport. There are no limits, ladies, on your passport. No limits. Nothing is too great for the universe to rearrange and give you what you want on here. Anything. Maybe maybe you have a physical ailment or something that needs to be cured or whatever. Put it on your board. And it seems weird at first because we're not taught about this. We're not taught about science in school, not this kind of science. But as I mentioned before, I go to all those lectures at Stanford. Most of them they're online now, which is kind of boring. I liked going in person. I'm gonna put money. I always ask for prosperity, and your things can overlap or whatever. And you know what? You can ask for things for friends, relatives, coworkers. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let's see. I think I need to cut that a little bit. Maybe I'll put this one over here. That side. There. You could ask for world peace. You could ask for anything. And when stuff starts happening, you got to let me know. There's no such thing as coincidences. So there's my money. I'm going to put money comes easily to me. Easily. I always like pray and ask for things for Jonathan. And although Jonathan still has never spoke, one of the things I've asked for is for him to speak because he's never spoken before. But I have to say his health has been protected. And with his condition, he's doing amazing. He's doing good. He's doing great. So although not getting the words, definitely more vocal, still hilarious. Jonathan's hilarious, even though he doesn't talk, which just seems weird. It's like, what does he do? Well, he does all kinds of funny things. All right, I'm going to cut out this lady eating healthy. You know what? I can't eat anything anymore. Everything gives heartburn. It makes my arthritis flare up. It's come on. I'd like to eat like I did in my 20s and not gain weight. um, that's something I could put here too is that I have okay, so you have to be careful how you say this. So if I want my menopause symptoms gone, so I'm not going to say no more hot flashes because the subject is hot flashes and that's your energy. That's what your energy is putting out and that's what it's going to get back. So that wouldn't be the right way to say it. So you don't want to say, I don't want hot flashes. You would say, I am healthy. That's it. I am healthy. And maybe you can put a little photo of somebody sweating or, a woman in menopause. But if you say anything or, write it down on your passport, it would be only positive. Like for the money one right here, I would not say, I don't have bills anymore or my bills are paid. No, put the word bills. No, you can't have that word of bills or loans or anything like that. You can't say the negative. You can't write down the negative because that's like the subject. So the subject is the prosperity of money. So it would be obviously if money's coming in easy to you, you'll pay your bills. Yeah. Like Drew says, I say I'm 100% more healthy from now on. Exactly. Oh, I will, Lori. I'll tell Johnny hi. He's with Chase right now. God only knows what they're doing. All right. So I think I just cut my little thing wrong. Okay, I got to cut this lady up a little bit. All right. Okay. So here's my little lady. I don't want to do weights. And this doesn't mean that I'm wishing that I do weights. I don't want to work out. So, how am I supposed to get healthy if I don't work out? I don't know. That's not my problem. That's the universe's problem to figure out. I don't know. There is still such thing as miracles, you guys. That's not a religious thing. That's a science thing. Hate to tell the world, but that's true. Um, but we call them modern day miracles, but they're not miracles. It just happens. The universe rearranges. Because I've said this before about science. Everything's connected. Drew from Drew Paranormal is in Scotland. But when I'm here in California moving my hands like this, there's a ripple effect. Yep, it goes all the way. It goes all the way out. It goes out of the earth. It goes out everywhere. Any movement, we're all connected. We are literally connected. It doesn't look like we're connected. It looks like there's empty space. There's not. And I know that seems weird and it's sciencey and complicated, but there's reasons behind why, for example, when something bad happens, like in a crime, something, it affects the whole world. How do you think it affects the whole world? It's not just because people feel bad, it's because they're feeling the effect of the energy being pushed towards them from wherever the crime was. So you have to start thinking a little differently to really understand this. So here's yeah. So Drew is saying she does remote healing. That's totally doable. Totally. It's kind of like Reiki. If you guys know anything about Reiki, you have someone there standing over you, not touching you, but moving the energy around. It's real. It sounds crazy, but it's for real. I'm just reading 78's note. Treasure your paper passport. Yeah, they are being phased out around the world. Australia apparently reported 40,000 passports lost or stolen. Well, you know what? I think in 2019, I went to London twice. I went to France. But the second time I went to London, that was in December, they no longer stamp your passport. And all my friends are with me and they've never left the country before. And they're like, what do you mean I don't get a stamp? That's the thing I was looking forward to the most is having stamps in my passport. So they don't even stamp them anymore. It's like I could show you my oldest passport, this one who got water or something spilled on it. It's full. It's full of stamps from everywhere because whenever you come in or out of a country, they got to stamp it. And it's like, that's not, I don't know if I like that or not. And some places you don't even really have to meet with like an agent. You just scan it on a machine. And this is how it is in San Francisco at SFO and London now. You don't even have to talk to the people in the box. Sometimes not. So, yeah, it's weird. The world is changing in a weird way. All right, where's my luggage? Okay, here's my luggage. Just going to add. But I am curious. I want you guys, I hope you're making them. Hope you're making a passport. Again, if you're not doing it right now, do it tomorrow. Make it, if you want to take the time and make it super cute, like if you like doing scrapbooking, you can do that. In fact, I think what I'm going to do instead of my handwriting, because it doesn't look good with this pen, I'm going to type it. I'm going to print it out and then I'll tape the little messages out there. And then here I have a cottage. That's large, isn't it? But I keep telling my husband, well, I don't know about you, but I'm going to be in England, out in the countryside during retirement. So hope you're okay with that. Hope you wanna come, 'cause that's where I see myself. How is it gonna happen? I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna happen. You know what? I don't worry. You don't worry about that. You just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That's the fun thing about this. And this here's another thing. Please don't make New Year's resolutions. Please don't do that. It's they're not healthy. They're unreasonable. Um They don't have a good success rate. Plus, you have to do all the work. Well, I don't like doing work. I don't want to do any work. I want to just make my little passport and wait for everything to show up at my front door. That's what I want. And that's what you get. How does it happen? It just happens. You'll get a phone call, you'll get an email, you'll hear from a lost friend or relative or your old company. Oops, they owe you 20 grand because they didn't do this or that. Or, don't worry. Don't worry about how it's going to happen. It's going to happen in a way. What? Okay. I'm almost done. Yeah. Things happen. You don't need to know how it's going to happen. It's going to happen. All right. So there's that. There we go. There it is. Drew says, I don't have the words and I'll find the photos tomorrow. I did. Where's the standout? And Susanna hasn't traveled since 2004. You got to get out there. You got to get out there. And, travel's my thing, but I could tell you a million reasons why you should travel for your mental health. So many reasons to meet people from other places and cultures, the food, the way they do things. It's like, what is this? I don't even know what that gadget is. How do I use that? It's just interesting. It makes your brain to start working. And but yeah, no more New Year's resolutions. Make your passport. This is your ticket out of the life you have now. Maybe you have a fine life, but maybe there's some things on your wish list. If not for you, maybe for your kids or your grandkids or friends. You make a little passport, and you can even make a passport for somebody else. Who cares? You know, I made these one for each of my kids, in addition to myself, and then I did one for just my husband and I with stuff for us on them. That's right. I have a picture here. I got a stick in here too. Um, so yeah. So this this is the ticket to change your life. You guys, this is it. Whatever you want. Whatever you want. Maybe you want to do art full time. Maybe you want to learn how to play the piano. Maybe you want to be able to walk freely around your neighborhood without fear, you know? Whatever it is, nothing is stupid and nothing is too small. Nothing is insignificant. If it's yours, it's important. We all want to lose weight and have money and all that. That's kind of a no-brainer. But we all have little secret things we wish we could do or things that could change. I I offer you an opportunity today to make your own passport and watch your life change. Drew, don't say that. I'm going to meet Drew one day. I'm going to go to Chase and I are going to go to Scotland again and we're going to meet Drew. I just know it. I just know it. That's right. And she's deciding. And Chase is saying, "Yes, yes." Oh, you're trying to get out of the house? Oh. Okay, you guys. I guess that's it for now. Please put in the chat there, or if after the videos, run through, put it in the comments. If you're willing to share what you want to put or have put on your passport, let me know. This is your ticket. This isn't just a vision. This is your ticket. You need an invitation? Here it is. I'm handing it to you. And I can't wait to hear all the amazing things that come to your guys' life. All right, guys. I'll see you soon. All right. Take care. Bye. Have a great weekend.